Alright, welcome to the live. We're just coming into Rocky, so sorry it took so long, but it took a bit longer to get here than what I wanted to. I wanted to get this started about 6 o'clock, but anywho, not too worried. We're just driving here. I'll park up to the side over here and I'll spin the camera around and we'll get it underway. Wait for people to get on and no one's watching at the minute. Drive into here and park up somewhere. Try and find somewhere where there's a light. It's not looking possible, so let's pull up here. About here will do. Fuck it. Hey, we made it. Turn that off. Sorry I missed your comments. Yeah, no dramas, mate. Get your coffee. How you going, Warwick? Hey, Ken. How you all going? Turn this off. Turn that off. Yeah, back again, mate. For another week. Hey, BJ, how are you, mate? There we go. Finally back in Rocky. Get rid of them. It's been a good week so far. I only had to go to Mackay this week, so. But I think I'm going back to Brisbane to, maybe going back up to Townsville, so we'll see what happens. Going to Bundaberg tonight. Load out of there in the morning. And then Brisbane tomorrow. Tomorrow night for Wednesday unload, reload Wednesday. I should be back in Townsville Thursday. Probably unload Friday morning. And then go home. It fills in the week nicely. What have we got? Have a drink. Oh, the video I put up today. Yeah, that was what I did last week. And then I added a couple of clips at the end of it that I sort of had left over that I didn't put into another video, so I thought I'll whack them in the end. Some of the videos I do, some of them I talk in the background, and other ones I don't. I just hold it there and get a bit of a road view. Just do different stuff, you know, make them a bit different, you know, rather than making them all the same all the time and whatever. Yeah, I had a good weekend. Yeah, it was good. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, mate. Yeah, it's always good because you know, it's a bit hard. It's harder on this end of it, you know, knowing what's good and what's not, you know. Like, yeah. What did I do on the weekend? Not a great deal. My young bloke's starting up a tournament at home with doing cornhole, so I had to make a couple of cornhole boards, so I did that on the weekend. A few beers, fire in the backyard. Yeah. And then I was back into it again, so I left yesterday. Left home, so yeah, trial and error, mate, that's all it is. Yeah. Yeah. I just like doing just not really. Hey Johnny, how are you, mate? Not really like edited. I like doing just take the video, link them all together, and job done. You know, no, you don't have to worry about adding music behind it and stuff like that. I can't do that, but yeah, it just takes time. Yeah. I had a couple of questions too with that video as well, with the fires and stuff. The fire that was on the side of the road, I don't know whether that was an accidental lit or whatever, or if they're just burning off. I know they're doing a bit of burning off. Because we've had heaps of rain and there's, you know, heaps of grass in the bush, you know, growing, and now it's dried out a bit and it's dying, and you know, most of it's dead. So I think they're just trying to get rid of it all, because when summer hits, you know, it gets pretty hot up this way, and if there's a fire, I think they're just trying to get rid of it now, and yeah, so it's not so dangerous later on. But yeah, so I'm not too sure if they're just burning off, or yeah, if it's an accidental fire. The other fire was obviously a cane fire, which they light themselves. Yeah, so. Didn't think foreign sugar canes allowed anymore. Yeah, it changes every year. You know, one year you won't see hardly any of it happening, and then the following year, nearly every paddock is they're burning it down. Like I don't know. I don't understand it, because around at home at Maryborough, there's a lot of cane farms there, and I remember every year you'd always see a cane fire every afternoon. It's a little bit annoying because it leaves just black ash floating around everywhere, you know. But there's still a few people that do it, and then some that don't. Yeah, I don't know the difference between the two. I know it's just to burn all the dead grass and you know, whatever's in the cane, snakes and all that sort of shit. I know, Jacob. Well, they're not allowed. They're not allowed to at all. Yeah, right. I thought it was just because of yeah, I don't know why they did it or didn't do it. I don't know if it's like if it's a fire season. If it's high fire season, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be allowed to. But yeah, I don't know what difference it makes to the cane. I wouldn't have a clue. Ever been stranded on the road for a super extended time? Stranded on the road, like broken down? Not really. A few hours. Depends what time of the day it is too. I did a turbo a few years ago now, when I was coming out of Bananaby. As you start heading up the hill, it's a dual lanes as you're going up the hill. just as I started going up, bang, the turbo went, so I had to pull over to the side of the road, and that was at probably about 1 or 2 in the morning, I suppose, and I had to sort of wait till the next day before a mechanic would come out. You know, you're better off doing it in hours, otherwise it just costs you a fortune, you know, after hours sort of thing. But and then obviously you're there for a few hours while he replaces the turbo and pulls the intercooler out, flushes that out and whatever. But I probably spent more time on the side of the road or at a depot somewhere waiting for a load than really breaking down, you know. I think it was a couple of years ago I was in Sydney. I think I sat there for 3 days waiting for a load. Just kept getting cancelled and then just stuffed around, and then so we just went somewhere else and got another load somewhere else. But that was no, it is what it is, eh? You gotta wait. But broken down, no, not really. A couple of hours or a few hours or whatever. Depends what time of the day it happens or night. But usually if it's at night time, you just wait till the next day and someone will come out to you. It makes it a bit cheaper for a call out fee, you know. Didn't have too bad of a day today. Unloading in Mackay and whatever. But you're just a lot of waiting in line waiting to get unloaded, you know, like, it's insane. But anyway, it happens. And I got back to Hillbilly where I got some fuel, had a bit of a nap, and now I'm in Rocky. Yeah, we'll be down in Bundy tonight anyway. Sort that out tomorrow. Go home for a couple of hours and then go to Brisbane. Yeah, it put you a bit behind, mate. Yeah, but like I said, there's no real rush as long as I get to Bundy tonight to load in the morning. You know, that's not too bad. Okay, got coffee, leaving Nullarbor, heading to Portland, Victoria. Are you still heading? You're still heading over this way, aren't you? Are you heading to Brisbane, or are you going back? No, you're actually heading this way. Yeah, heading towards the east, yep. Been a good trip so far. No dramas. Very hot. Yeah, it's warm up here. Yeah, I think winter's sort of finished now up here. Last year I think it was on a Tuesday, so 33. Holy crap! I don't know what it was here. I don't think it's that hot, but middle of the day it might be up near there, I guess. But yeah, it's the humidity up here that kills it. You know, it could be like nice weather in Brisbane. Oh yeah, that's good. I think we're getting some rain though, close to the end of the week. It's supposed to be a few days of rain. Looking forward to that. Yeah, the humidity's shocking, mate. It's atrocious. Cairns is the worst. I don't know how anyone can live there. They go, you just get used to it. I can't see how you can get used to that. Townsville is just as bad. Sometimes Townsville can be worse than Cairns with humidity. But it's insane. Hi, Don from Tassie. Should be cool down there, wouldn't it? There you go, mate. I'll catch you next time. No worries, Johnny. Too easy, mate. Thanks for stopping by anyway. Actually, yeah, the humidity. Oh yeah, it's shocking, and you can't escape it. You're just standing there and sweat's just pouring off you. You know, like fine today, top of 11. Holy shit. Yeah. Do you like the cold weather though? Like, well, you don't really like it, or you're just used to it, or whatever. I don't know how people from down that way come up this way for a holiday. It must kill them, eh? I must really feel it. Yeah, just standing there. Sweat's just pouring in. Because I've got no hair. Nothing holds your sweat on your head, you know, so it just it goes all over you. Your shirt just gets soaked. Down in Tassie for Christmas, eh? Never get used to it. Much prefer the heat. Really? Prefer the heat. There you go. But it's like that here too. It'll be cold, like, you know, during winter. Oh, I can't wait till it gets warmer. Then when it's hot, oh, I can't wait for winter. It's sort of, yeah. There's no happy medium. No matter where you go, if it stayed like how it is now all year round, it wouldn't be too bad. It's coolish at night, and it's not too bad during the day at the moment. It's warm, but yeah. But during summer, it's just, yeah, it's shocking. I'd love it. What would you love? This to be this like this all year round? Yeah, but stay like this, yep. Yep, I agree. At least you're going to Tasmania at a good time of the year, during summer. Wouldn't be totally freezing, I suppose. I don't know how hot it gets down there. North Queensland. Yeah, it is. It's nice up there. There's no other place like it. Yeah. Gets to 40 in summer. So that's insane, eh? Northwest Queensland. Yep. Like Mount Isa sort of region you're talking about there. Whenever I've been furthest north I've been is Cooktown. Just further, that's as far up as I've gone. Further west to the farms. Oh, righto, yep. The furthest west I've sort of been is the tar on the road melts on bad days. Yeah, it's insane, eh? Yeah, it's like that up here. Yeah, I'm just stopping for a break, mate. Yep. I'm gonna get to Bundaberg tonight. Later there in the morning. There's no great rush. You know, I might just go home for a couple of hours before I go back to Brisbane. That's not too bad. Yeah, no dramas, mate. It's a story of our life, that is. Yeah. Reception's shocking. From here, between here and Mackay, well, I'm with Optus, and it's just atrocious. Yeah. Drops in and out. It's crap, mate. Trying to talk on the phone and drops in and out. Tell us a quick story. Story about what? I've got heaps. have to have Telstra. Yeah, you do. Yeah, yeah. It makes you wonder what they did before mobile phones, eh? Talking the UHF, I suppose. But yeah, Telstra, it works a bit better up north. Because I did have Telstra beforehand. It wasn't too bad. But the places where Telstra dropped out, I get good service now. Like yeah, it makes no difference. It makes no yeah, yeah. I was thinking about getting one of those yeah, booster aerial. What's the other one here? Yeah, that's the reason we get Telstra. Yeah, yep, yep. But then south of here, when I had Telstra, it used to drop out a few different places where now I don't. But going north, it's definitely shit house up there. Drops in and out. But once you get to Mackay, I don't lose it at all. The whole a little bit up near Cairns, you drop out and whatever. There's not much difference, but I don't know. I don't understand it, mate. How long mobile phones have been around for? It shouldn't be happening, eh? Go from Townsville to Chillingo. Not much around Chillingo. Where's that near? Thought I was going out like Charters Towers way. In line with Cairns. Oh, yeah, right. Ah, yep, that way. Yep. But west, yep. Yeah, I haven't been out. Never been out that way. Like west of, not much west off the coast. You know, I've gone from Townsville out to Charters Towers and whatever the next one is, out further than down to like Emerald, and then down through that way, down to Miles and all that sort of shit, and then Dolby, Mooney, Gundawindi and out that way. I've gone out through Walgett and all that sort of shit when you want to head out to like Cobar way. Awesome in the middle of nowhere. It is good when you're out, when you have the roads to yourself, hey. It's pretty good. So I like driving up north at night time because like last night I got to Mackay, about midnight or something. I was the only one on the road. Like, there was next to no one coming the other way. Yeah, it was great. And it's usually like that every night. Late at night, there's hardly anything on the road. It's good. But out west way, it's like that during the day. Like, yeah, you don't get much traffic. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's getting fairly populated, Old Townsville, but they got the ring road, so you can just swing around it. So early next year, hopefully we'll be cruising around the mainland with your 4x8. Oh, that's cool. What sort of car is that? A Ranger or something like that, or? So there's a guy in Bowen. He's got a Holden Colorado, and it's got the dual axles on the back, and he reckons it's great. Tows his massive fucking caravan with it. Are you going to go any jobs further south of Mackay? Load of Drake. Oh. What do you mean to, like from Brisbane, out of Brisbane to anywhere south of Mackay, you mean, or? Because now and then I've had drops here in Mackay, in Rocky. Oh yeah, Gladstone, yep. Out of the smelter, I'm guessing. the aluminium poles and that. Yeah, been there heaps of times. We used to use that, do that as like a backload. Back to Brisbane, to the port of Brisbane. Not much money in a boat, but it used to be alright, but I think it's real flash these days. Oh, yep, back to Melbourne, yep, that'd be a bit better. Yeah, just to get you back down there, yep. No, you got to take what you can get, eh? Yep. More drone shots. Yep. Yeah, I brought it with me, and I just keep forgetting that I've got it, but I need to pull up in the areas there where it's worth putting the drone in the air, Yeah, the one I was watching one of your videos, I think it was the latest one you did, of your drone flying around when you're driving around or parked up somewhere. It's definitely a different perspective from the air, right? Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, I like the drone, it's good. I was going to get one the other day, actually, when I was going over the Burdekin Bridge. They're good, the drone shoot. Yeah, they are. I was going to pull up before the bridge, put it in the air and then drive over the bridge, because I had to drop off a pallet at the servo just on the other side of the bridge. And you can get the drone to just follow you, And I was going to do that, but there was someone already in the parking bay, because if you're over width, you've got to get a pilot to go over. And you got some good. I use the Mavic 2 Pro. Oh yeah, righto. Well, the drone I got with me is only the Mini 2. I got a Mavic 3, and I've also got an Inspire 2 as well. Here's me little one. This one's good, I don't mind the little one. Yeah, little drone. Oh yeah, the Inspire, it's massive, mate. It's just, she's overkill, but I got it at a pretty good price, and I couldn't turn it down. So, like I said, I was going to do it as a job, aerial photography, and do inspections as well. There you go, the trucks in Oz from 76 to 04, now live in the UK. Things have changed a bit. Yeah, it would have changed a bit over here, mate, yeah. What's it like driving over there compared to here, but? I remember saying, yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to do for a job, but it didn't really pan out. There you go, there's a drone all set up. Only a little fella. You can take it anywhere, this one. Yeah, the big one, she's overkill. It's massive. Like the blades on it are like, about that long, like 30, 40 centimetres. The blade, each blade, yeah. But she's impressive. But these ones do just as good a job, Alright, what's that? Too much traffic. 9 hours max driving a day. 9 hours max a day. Yeah, I don't know. Because I was watching one in a... What's that? Okay, 3 with you everywhere. That's your all-rounder. Yeah. My Mavic 3 is good. I like the Mavic 3. 10 hours twice a week. Well, the rest of it 9 hours. So I think that's like America too. They can only do 10 hours of driving or some shit a day. Yeah. But their rules are a bit different to here. You watch those NASCAR hauler videos. They like do like 2-up driving. Speed limit to 90 k's. I've already done 1100 k's for the day and still driving. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they're restricted so much. I don't think it ever used to be though, did it, over there? In America anyway. I think it was sort of as long as you could drive for. You like to drive in Europe? Do you like the Euro trucks, mate, or you? Just for the experience? Yeah, that's it, eh? Yeah, I'd like to go to America. You don't like them? Neither do I, mate. I'm not really a fan. Yeah, I'd like to go to America and drive over there. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, mate. And every time I say it in a video, someone always says something about it, you know, like, oh, why do you hate it so much? Because they're shit. They're absolute crap, mate. Like, I've been driving this truck for probably a year and a half, and, you know, they go, oh, you got to know how to drive and whatever. Well, for fuck's sake, it's an auto. I do drive it in manual. Yeah, T909, yeah, that's it, mate. That's, yeah, that's up there. Yeah, because if I leave it in drive, it'll rev out each gear to well near your $2,000. Like, it just redlines every fucking gear, every change. You think, no, that can't be good, eh? And then when you slow down, it'll go back 2 gears and fire you through the freaking windscreen, and they're just crap, eh? But once you get moving, it's not too bad. It's the initial takeoff, and then coming up to a roundabout, or when you're coming up to, if you stop, it'll neutralise, and then you've got to tap the accelerator, wait for it to get it, like, select a gear before you can take off again. They're just crap. I don't like it at all. But yeah, your 900 or 909, any of those big ones would be nice to have. Drove most trucks in Oz, could never manage. Here in a conventional American truck, cab overs are essential here. 909. Yep, 909 are good, mate. Most definitely. Yeah, right. Is that what, tight to get into places or stuff like that? Or just easy to get around the streets? Stuff like that? Small streets, yeah, righto, yep. Yeah, that makes it a bit hard, doesn't it? Well, I can tell Don likes a T909. Guessing. Yeah, well, you see videos of people driving over there, and I think you're right. The streets are narrow and small and stuff like that. Yeah, not really designed for a big truck like here. But even here, if you're in the city of Melbourne or something like that, like, the streets are fucking tiny. Living in a box. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I want one with a bigger bunk. The last one I had, I think I showed it on my iPad last week. It had the bigger bunk. There we go. Yeah. A lot of tight places and narrow roads through towns and villages. Motorways are fine. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, this truck's alright, just there's not much room. Need a bigger bunk. So you can put your stuff somewhere, like the last SA I was driving, it had the 50-inch bunk. Yeah, it was pretty good. You're not, man, trying to manoeuvre trucks in Europe. Yeah, yep. That's probably why they have Scanias and all that sort of stuff over there, I guess, eh? But they love them over there, the Scanias. They do them up with different paint jobs and all that sort of crap, yeah. Some of them look alright, You don't really see them like that here, all done up like that. Driving oversized in the UK would be a nightmare. Yep. Trucks are set more forward. Almost easy manoeuvring. Yeah, because then you got the overhang, but you have to be careful though if you're going in a tight corner. Might get the trailer around the corner, but you just your overhang off the back. Like, you see that with those American trucks. It's like 12 feet from the rear axle to the back of the trailer, and you think, fuck. Losing reception. Yeah, no worries, mate. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Watch YouTube of them driving there. You certainly would pass how to drive. Oh, yeah. Yep. Depends what you're used to, eh? A lot of people say the same thing about people here. You got to watch for the tail swing. Yeah, most definitely. But most people say that here, I don't know how you basically drive around and all that sort of stuff. It's a matter what you're getting used to, Yeah, in the early years, sort of thing, I spent a lot of time delivering to Coles in Brisbane. I was in a big cab over 108 with a 22 or 24 pallet trailer. Driving around Brisbane delivering to Coles. You got tight little car parks to get into and trying to get onto the dock during the day, especially at Christmas time. That was just a nightmare. any holiday time. You just got used to it. Yeah. Then we started getting more further up north, so then we went to the B double. And some of the Coles up here, you can get a B double straight into the dock, How far you got to travel? We're going to go from here to Bundy, which is about 4 hours. Yeah, 12 hours, mate. 12 hours a day. But it's just not driving anymore. You got to include work time. I don't know anyone who does that, but that's what you're supposed to do. But most places you go to, I know with me, most places that I go to, you're not actually loading it anyway. It's all done by a forklift or something like that. All you do is open and shut the curtain, throw some straps. But you're supposed to add that on. But yeah, it's 12 hours, mate. Yep. It was a bit frustrating sometimes. You know, it's hard enough getting a car through the car park, let alone a truck. Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. That's what most people do anyway. Yeah. Stupid. Anyway. Another thing that they can fucking get you for, we carried 2 logbooks. I was on the road, no speed limiter. Yeah. Those were the days. Yeah. Never really carried 2 logbooks. I don't think I ever did that. I just went down the road and not filling it in. Yeah, I think I had 1 logbook there. I think it was nearly 2 years old. Sort of thing, but yeah, driven the fast trucks as well. I had one that was, it had a bit more on the pedal than 100, you know, but she was an old school truck. And it was handy, you know, for overtaking. You just put your foot down and whoosh, round you go. But yeah, these days, you know, I don't know. People had to get you into trouble, you know what I mean? You gotta be careful. Someone's out there always dob you in or videoing you or some shit, you know. Oh, the fines are through the roof, mate. Yep. Yeah, it's insane. What they charge you when you get pulled over. But some of the fines now too, they won't even fine you. They'll just send you straight to court. Depends on what it is. Usually with a logbook fine, like if you're driving over your hours or with all these cameras up here now, if they don't match up, it's straight to court. Over length, if you get done for over length, if it's over a certain amount, straight to court. You just don't get a fine on your way. For a major breach sort of thing, they send you to court. Really get stopped here. Oh, that'd be nice. I wouldn't say you get stopped. Like last week was safety week. I got pulled up just north of Rocky here, and all there was a breath test, and kept going. Didn't check my logbook or anything. That was the only time I got stopped, and I've been stopped now for quite a while, I suppose. Oh, yeah, it's harsh, all right, mate. It's supposed to deter you from doing it, I suppose. But half the time you get pulled over, you think you're doing the right thing. You don't know you're doing the wrong thing till after the fact. Point-to-point cameras, yep. Don't jinx me. Yeah, exactly. I'm good at that. Yeah, the ones up here, I don't think they're point-to-point like a speed camera. Not like the ones down south where they time you between each one or whatever, but these ones just take a photo of you as you go past, or a screenshot off the video or whatever it is. And then when you get pulled over, they'll just access whatever day they want to look in your logbook and then access the cameras that you would have went through, and then they just try and match it up. And if it's out, well, you get a fine. The only job where you can get fined for doing overtime. Introducing safety cams in New South Wales. Pacific Highway. Yeah, right, yeah, well, there's more there now. Yeah, all those safety cameras, yep. These ones are just like on a pole on the side of the road up here, just with the camera. Yeah, not the big gantry ones like they have down south, and they're not like that. They have them near Brisbane, near Nudgee, stuff like that. But I think they may be point to point as well, like a speed camera maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I know they do take your photo, because my mate, he got pulled up by a copper, and he accessed those cameras at Nudgee when he went through there, so. But yeah, it's definitely slowed it down up this way now. You know, all the cameras are there now. Or even all your fruit companies and all that sort of stuff that get all the fruit from up here. They've even told everyone it's 2 days now from up north back to Brisbane, where you just used to overnight it back. Where now they've given them 2 days now. So no more express. It's a funny job though, isn't it? You get fined for doing too much work, and you need something to tell you when you have a sleep and when to wake up and what you can and can't do. It's 4 lanes all the way to Sydney. It's pretty good highway now, yeah. Dual lanes the whole way, which adds to freight costs. I don't think there's be much difference in the actual freight cost, but if you had your own truck and you got paid, say X amount, say for one load back to Brisbane. Now the season only goes for like 8 to 12 weeks, right? So if you're doing say 3, maybe 4 a week, like loads, sort of thing. Where now you'll only be doing say 2. Yeah, 2 loads, maybe 3 if you're lucky. If you did just 7 days a week or whatever. So you'd be losing a couple of loads a week. And when the season only goes for that long, so I don't think the freight cost would be any different. You just lose money compared to any other year. You just won't get paid as much. The fuck was that? Yeah. So I don't think the freight cost would be any more. You just lose money if you had your own truck, Yeah, it makes it hard to earn coin like that, especially in the fruit season. You've either got to pay 2 drivers to do the job that you used to do with one, so then you lose money that way as well. You might be getting more loads, but you still got to pay 2 people, rather than just the one. But it's not bad because Brisbane to up north is where you earn your money. And then when it's fruit season, they want it back to Brisbane, so they pay good money to get it back, you know what I mean? It's not classed as really a backload sort of thing, but getting the work's the hardest part. Sounds like someone was outside my traffic. Can't see. I've got no idea. Yeah, it's hard to make a bit of a living if you own your own truck, because you got people that undercut you as well. Yeah, she's a bit of a cruel world. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Exactly, that's what would happen. Your bigger companies, they can do it. They can put more trucks on it or double shift their drivers and all that sort of stuff. So, but there's a couple of your bigger companies, do majority, most of the fruit. Like your Lindsay Brothers do some. Nolan's, they do all theirs, but it's all like direct freight for them. You sort of got to, as a subby, you've got to like get the work from them. You know what I mean? So you just subby for them. unless you know the grower and get in that way. But there's not much loyalty anymore, you know. People won't pay the money to have a good service. They'll want it cheaper, and then they'll get stuffed around all the time by the bigger companies and whatever, because they don't give a crap about you at all. Whereas Joe Blow with a couple of trucks, that's his livelihood. He's going to look after you. You know what I mean? But he wants to get paid for it. But they just don't see it that way. Can you from another company? Oh shit. Oh, the homeless truckie. Are you talking about there? He works for Lindsay Brothers. Yeah, he does pretty good videos, eh? I stumbled across his. Watched a few of his videos that he does. Yeah, does a pretty good job, eh? But from what I can gather, he doesn't live here in Australia. He lives overseas there somewhere. Works over here for a few months and then goes back, you know. He's coming back soon. Oh, yeah, righto. Philippines or something, isn't he? Doesn't he live over there somewhere? And see, they're the types of people that you want working for you. You know, the ones that actually want to work and earn the money. Yeah. But it's definitely, it's easier these days to get a job than what it was years ago. I was only talking to a bloke today about it. Yeah, Philippines, yep. You know, how, these days, you rock up for your job interview and whatever, you know, can you drive a truck? Yep. Can you reverse it? No. Oh, here's the keys. You know, like, no, you're right. I understood what you meant. Whereas when I started out, it was near impossible to get a job, like, because you needed experience. And how do you get experience if no one gives you a start, you know? But some of the good companies to work for, you had to wait for someone to retire before you get in there. You know, blokes were there like 20, 30, 40 years. Where now, try and find people that are like that. There's a handful of them, I suppose, but, you know, most of these drivers you talk to these days, you know, they're either late 20s or early 30s, and they've worked for fucking 6 different people. You know, like, yeah. There's always going to be a need for a truck driver anyway. But yeah, she's not that hard now to get a job, but yeah, just finding the right place that looks after you. But I think across the board, I think most people pay the same, no matter where you go. But if you want time off and, you know, X amount of holidays every year and all that sort of shit, I'd probably stick to a bigger company, where you're basically a number rather than your smaller family business run sort of thing. You know, they'll work around it, but, you know, say if he's got like 4 drivers, like highway drivers, and then 2 of them want to have the same weekend off or the week off, you know, what does he do? You know, you can cover off 1, but 2 makes it a bit harder, you know. So, yeah. Without the experience, I wouldn't like to do that. Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah. And you can see where they're coming from. Like, you're driving, like a truck and trailers, you're looking at nearly $1 million worth of gear if it's, near new. it's a lot of money going down the road where you just handed the keys to someone, you know. Yeah, well, that's how it used to be, mate. You know, you'd go out with a driver that's from that company. They'd take you around or whatever to see how you drove and all that sort of shit. Get shown, you know, how they want you to drive a truck and whatever. And see, some people, like I know a bloke who's near home, he likes getting people that don't have much experience in a truck, because then he can show them how he wants it done, not how he's been doing it for the last 20 years, you know what I mean? Like, so it's a bit harder to change them. Whereas if you get someone that doesn't have much of an idea, he can show them how he wants it done, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a tough call. But, you know, because when we're going through drivers a fair bit, you know, you'd always get the bloke that turns up and, you know, I've done this, I've done that, I've been driving for 40 years, I've done road trains, or, you know, a list a mile long, and they're freaking hopeless. You know, yeah, driving road trains or whatever most of their life, but yet, yeah, can't back a single trailer onto a dock, you know. But, oh, you got an MC license, just don't have the experience. Well, yeah, you don't know, just got to get out there, I suppose, mate. Practice, you know, if they've got a yard or whatever like that, just, yeah, practice driving around and reversing and all that sort of stuff. But in a straight line, you know, it's not that much different, really. Then if you just, with a single trailer, I reckon the B-doubles are more stable on the road than a single. They're smoother, especially up this way. Yeah, I'd rather just have the B-double all the time than a single trailer. Yes. Mountain of different places you can go to. It depends where you live and what you want to do. You want to be home every night, or you're quite welcome. You're quite happy to be away for the week, or there's heaps of different factors. Well, not the weekend gone. The one before that, I had a plan that I was going to go to Sydney for a wedding, me nephew's wedding, and then the week before, our other driver that comes up north as well, now and then, he had to go to Melbourne to see his parents because his dad's not doing too well or something like that. And I was going to have the Friday off because it was my daughter's formal. And then I was going to drive down to Sydney on the Saturday, spend the day down there Sunday, not the funeral, well, you may as well say funeral, but wedding on the Monday, and then probably leave on the Tuesday, so I'd be back up Wednesday. And but he was having from Thursday right through to Monday. So I rang the boss man up and said, you know, how are you going to cover this off, you know? And he goes, oh, I've got no idea. So I stayed back. I didn't go to the wedding. Stayed back and helped them, which is what I did last week. And, yeah, and thank God I did, because there's no way he would have been able to cover off on the stuff because last week was a pretty big week that we had. And he wouldn't have been able to do it without, just with him. Even if he got someone in to drive the truck, he still would have struggled, you know, so I just said, yeah, I'm not going. I'll stay back and help, which I don't mind, you know, but it's just how it is. It's what I was saying, if you're working for a smaller person rather than your bigger companies, you know. You miss out on it. You miss out on a lot. You gotta make a... She's a sacrifice you gotta make. Some people do it, some people don't, but yeah. Alright, just trying to get me sandwich. Oh, there goes me sandwich. Hey Aaron, how are you, mate? I've been good, eh? Not too bad. Just hold on a tick, I'll get me sandwich. Did a backflip off the fridge. Where are you from, Aaron? What have you been up to? Starting to get a bit hot there. Turn on the aircon. Just finished my last few weeks of year 12. Well done. They're going to work in my uncle's yard and continue working at the farm. Oh, well done, mate. At least you got a plan in place. Actually, my daughter, she's yeah, she finishes year 12 this year too. She's had a formal last weekend. Was that sort of your plan for a while, to work on the farm, or you're just going to do that until something else comes up, or? Well, enjoy manual labour, but also knowing that you work hard, you wouldn't enjoy it. Yeah, you'd rather be in the country, yep. Oh, well, yeah. Someone showed you the right way, mate. Yep, definitely. Hard work does pay off. Just doing it because it's good money. I work casual family and all that for the last 2 years. Oh yeah. No, you got to work for what you want to get. You know what I mean? Like, there's too many people out there that they're just self-entitled, mate. You know, no one wants to work these days. With no hard work if it hit them over the friggin' head. Anyway. Although working is a sacrifice, but it pays off. Oh, that's good, mate. Yeah. My hat goes off to your uncle, mate, showing you the right way and your work ethic and stuff like that. But yeah. Oh, well done, mate. You definitely got a decent plan in place there. You definitely got to work for what you want to get, you know. And it's a sacrifice, especially doing this job like what I'm doing. Like, look like you're enjoying the sandwich. It's me dinner, mate. Yeah, long-term plan, like, yeah. You got to start somewhere, haven't you? Start somewhere and see where the road takes you. Like when I left school, what did I do? I went to TAFE. I wanted to be a cabinet maker. I like working with wood, you know. So I went to the TAFE course. Nothing really eventuated out of that, but I got into mechanics. I was a car mechanic for a while, for a few years. Then went into engine building engines. And then when I left there, it's pretty much when I started doing the truck driving. See, I left school when I was 17. I left school, I didn't finish year 12, you know. But, yeah, I got into truck driving fairly late. I think I was 23 or something like that when I got my HR license, and then I think I was about 28, I think, when I got my B-double license. So, and it's not in my family at all. You know, you talk to most people, and either their dad, uncle, or whoever drive trucks. You know, they're sort of born into it, sort of thing. You know, they're around the industry, where no one in my family is a truck driver at all. The only one that does it. And they all think I'm nuts. Exactly, mate. Exactly. And you get these people that are in an office, you know, for 40 years or whatever. They retire, you know, they've got a bit of money, I suppose, or whatever, and they buy this big four-wheel drive with a big caravan. Never been on the road before, and they set sail up the highway. And they're just a friggin' menace. You know, wouldn't have no idea how to reverse it or anything like that, you know, like, yeah. But how they changed that, I've got no idea, you know. There definitely needs to be a bit more education anyway when people buy these freaking caravans. I've been an underground electrician, underground for 35 years. I only got my truck 5 years ago. Oh, there you go, mate. Underground electrician. Ooh. Well, most people who tow large trailers, not saying caravan, large trailer, is a big for average person. They don't drive a prime mover. Oh yeah. You know, some of these caravans are just monstrosity of a fucking thing. You know, then they load it up with half their household shit with them, take it all with them, overload them to the max, and yeah, it just ends badly for them. That's why we call them wobbly boxes. They just wobbling up the road. But there's no training at all. How to load it, how to drive it, you know, rules on the road. Yeah, they're supposed to. They're supposed to have the extended mirrors out and all that sort of crap. The amount that you see that don't have it, they're just using the standard mirrors on their car. It's insane. You know, when you go round them, you don't see their mirror until like you're out on the other side of the road and coming down towards them. You know, like. Braking capacity for their vehicle. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And they don't think about it. But I don't know. I don't know how they change it or what they need to introduce, but the training definitely needs to be stepped up a bit, you know. I don't know who that falls back onto, the yard where they're buying the caravan from, or... Oh yeah, they'll have a big stick on the back of their van, you know, channel 18 or 40 or whatever like that, and you call them up and nothing. Towing's a skill, not something you can wing. Yeah, exactly, mate. Yep. And, you know, I'm only talking about the people that have been sitting in an office all their life, you know. Never gone camping or anything like that. Yeah, retire and buy this big thing and want to travel the world, you know, and, you know, never driven anything like it before, but yet they're legally allowed to do it. Like, it's insane. But yeah, not having a UHF too. If they all had them, it'd be definitely a lot easier, or better anyway. Oh yeah, no doubt, mate. Yep. Yep, they're definitely different. Yep. But having a UHF, it's a safety thing as well. You know, like, yeah, fuck. But anyway. Oh, I've been on here for nearly hour and a half. I might pull the pin, call it quits, and head down to Bundaberg. Yeah, so I'll see how I go. If I got to go back to Townsville, I might do another live Thursday night, something like that. Do another one closer to the end of the week. Yeah. Cheers, mate. You too, eh? But I might do one closer to the end of the week. Yeah. Don't know what time. Yeah, but anyway. Try around 6, 7 o'clock, but I don't know if that's too late for some people, or if it needs to be earlier, or if it's too early, or if you want it later. I've got no idea. I think the most we had on was about 10 people at once, so yeah, hit the like button too. Apparently I don't know what that does. I think it helps me live getting out there or whatever. Yeah, that's what sort of needs to happen. Yeah, they just have to have a deadline. Like if you've already got a car and a caravan, like a big caravan or whatever, and then they introduce the licensing, well, those people that have already got it, they're going to have a bit of a dummy spit about it. I've been driving for fucking 12 months or, whatever, so they sort of need to have like a cut-off day or date, or introduce it slowly, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know how that, but something like that does need to happen though. Most definitely. But they keep talking about it, but it just never happens, we got to get licenses and all this sort of stuff for what we tow, but we're supposed to be like a driving test. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Even if, a driving test, I totally agree with a driving test, but the education side of things as well. With how they load it and their weights and all that sort of stuff, Yeah, yeah. How many times have you seen it in a caravan park? Old mate's back and back, old love standing off to the side in the weeds, holding her handbag, waving him back. He can't see her because she's standing off in the fucking woods, and he's trying to back, it's funny watching them, eh? I was talking to a guy at a caravan park there a few years ago now. He lives there. He was like a caretaker, whatever, and he charges $50 per caravan to reverse it into the spot. And he reckons he makes a fortune off it, eh? Backs it into their spot for him. Yeah. But yeah, some of them are funny. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's probably a lot of good ones, but a lot of crappy ones too, Good money, mate. Yeah. He was making a killing, eh? Sorry, theory I'm loading plus driving. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They need to cover the whole lot across the board, especially the loading of it and all that sort of shit. Like I was talking because I don't have a 4-wheel drive or anything like that. I had a patrol years ago, but I towed a camper trailer with it. I went down to Bathurst to the racing there in 2016, I think it was. But other than that, I didn't really go camping or anything like that. And I was talking to this guy who has a caravan. He does a lot of travelling around and whatever. And he said you'd be surprised at how many caravans are actually, 4-wheel drive, are actually overloaded. When they got the roof rack on there and all loaded up with gear and all that sort of shit. He said you'd be surprised at how many are actually overloaded. He was sort of saying the specs of it and all that sort of shit. Like even those 7-seaters, if you get 2 people over the back, and then 5 people in the front, sort of thing. He said 9 times out of 10 that's too heavy. It's overloaded. I think I had no idea about any of this, you know. But he said, yeah, you'd be surprised. You know, they sell all this stuff at your 4-wheel drive accessories joint and whatever. He said most of those like frames that go on like a roof rack, just the frame alone is heavy enough, and you can't put anything in it. You know, but it's just something that's not really enforced, I don't think. But people don't know. They don't know about it before they take off. You know, like as I said, there's no education on it at all. You just, yeah, here's your car, see you later, or here's your car and caravan. Good luck to you. You know, you're left to your own devices. You know, but like anything, you don't know you're doing anything wrong until you get pulled over. But something needs to change because, yeah, it is dangerous. But it is what it is. Alright, we're going to pull the pin. So I might see you Thursday night. I like doing these lives. I reckon it's pretty good. Because I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I don't think I really want, you know, 50,000 subscribers or 100,000 or whatever. Like, I'd rather just have, you know, your handful of people that come on live. You know, like imagine if you had 1,000 people all typing at once. Like it'd be a nightmare to go through. Thanks, Aaron. You look after yourself as well, mate. But yeah, I like doing them. Yeah, I reckon it's pretty cool. Ask questions or anything, you know. Yeah, there's no question that's out that's silly or stupid or whatever. You can ask anything you freaking want. Yeah, it doesn't worry me, eh? I've got nothing to hide. No. Cheers, mate. Enjoy. Come back Thursday night, mate, if you want to. Yeah, all good. Alright. I ran away when we were watching with the kids. Areas here come through Rocky. I'll give you away. Well, I'm in Rocky now, mate, yeah. I'm just about to leave. I'm up at Parkhurst, actually, where that new KFC and shopping centre is there. I'm across the road from that industrial estate there, so I'll be leaving there in a minute. Alright, see you.